Well, last week, students in New Haven's public schools were served a delicious pesto chicken for lunch. The break from chicken nuggets and tater tots, all thanks to students at the Sound School who grew the basil, cilantro, and parsley used to make the pesto. Here with the recipe from New Haven Public Schools, Chef Tim Cipriano and Sound School student Anthony Wardy. Welcome, guys. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
And Tim, New Haven really revamping school lunches. No soda, no fried foods, real chicken, real potatoes, not just in an effort to get healthy, but to teach the kids what?
We want to teach the kids where their food comes from. You know, this is real basil, real parsley, not just the dried stuff. We put it into the food processor. We make pesto. We serve mashed potatoes with potatoes. We get them out of the bag. They're big red potatoes. We wash them and we mash them.
Real food, not processed food.
Right. I mean, we do have some processed foods because we're not there yet. We're taking baby steps to get to that point, but we really want to make a good effort to get real food into the schools.
And some school students were able to garden this summer at the Lockwood Farm in Hamden.
Yes.
You got to do that. What was that like?
It was a really good experience. You know, you get to learn how to where your food comes from, how you grow it, and other exciting things.
You've done it a couple years?
Yes, I have done it a couple years.
And some schools actually have their own gardens? Which schools have that?
Barnard and Edgewood schools have their own. And then the Sound School they do hydroponics and aquaponics.
What's hydroponics? Tell me about that, Anthony.
Hydroponics is a system where you grow your average cilantro, basil, eggplant in water, just water alone, nothing else.
So do you get to make the food too? You're going to make something today. What are we making?
We're making pesto chicken. We're actually just making the pesto now. The chicken and the mashed potatoes, which we served last Thursday for lunch, are ready to go. We're just going to make a little bit of pesto.
Yeah, I saw you lugging those pans of food in here. Yeah. We thank you in advance for feeding us for lunch. Okay, so what do you have in there?
So we have some organic garlic that's from a farm in Bethlehem, and then fresh parsley and basil that the students grew, a little bit of olive oil, and typically you would put pignoli nuts in here or cheese.
Pine
but
nuts, those are good.
Seeing that we're serving school-age children, we stay away from the nuts.
Okay. Better to be safe.
And just mix this up a little bit. That's it. Very simple.
So I'd imagine it's a lot more work, though, for you guys once you bring in all these ingredients and then you got to cook it up. But it's worth it, right?
It is. Thanks to my food service workers. They're amazing. They've really stepped up to the plate to take over and do the extra work and put the extra time in and chop the vegetables.
Right.
And when they see corn on the cob coming in fresh, they look at me like, what are you, nuts? But then when they see the kids eating it and know that it was grown 8 miles up the road, you know, it's just
it's kind of a cool feeling. And that's got to be a great feeling for you, too, to know that, you know, you grew this and then you're seeing it all come together and then you're eating this meal with some of the ingredients that you guys grew.
Yes.
Good deal.
Yeah, last Thursday I got a lot of great feedback from the students and from teachers that the food was incredible with the pesto chicken.
And some of these kids end up wanting to go into farming or this type of thing, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we're in New Haven, so, we're a real urban district. To get the kids who typically would grow up in a neighborhood and not have a farm anywhere, and to get them out to the farm.
And expose them to this.
Expose them to this. I mean, this was all picked yesterday at the farm.
The garlic, the eggplant.
3 different kinds of eggplant and garlic and herbs and tomatoes and apples and squash and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just an amazing assortment.
Should we grab the chicken and mashed potatoes from the oven? Do you have the finished product in there?
I do.
Oh, and he has it all plated up for us as well. Okay, so you did the mashed potatoes, you did the chicken, and then you just put the pesto sauce right on top, right?
Right.
Listen, if you want this recipe, you can just come to our website at connecticutstyle.tv. I got to try this. I have to at least try the mashed potatoes and the pesto because this looks amazing. Ooh, that is good. Here, taste what you made. Here, Tim, try what you made.
Absolutely.
Delicious. Tim and Anthony, thank you so much for being here. Good stuff. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.